Meanwhile, for the people of Israel, this day was a nightmare. I spoke to some friends there. They were in bunkers with their families. Some reported strikes near their homes. They seemed unflappable amid reports of death. It's hard to process it if you don't know Israel's story. These are people who've always been surrounded by hostile forces. They've fought many wars. They have bomb shelters in each house. And they have attack alerts on their phones. One moment you're having ice cream, the next moment you're running for cover. Security is a central feature of life in Israel, and they have no choice. It's one of the most militarized countries in the world. They have something called an Iron Dome. It's a missile defense system that repels attacks. Our next report tells you all about Israel's defense shield.
It was just another Saturday morning in Israel. What followed was absolute carnage. A barrage of rockets filled the skies, anywhere between 5,000 to 7,000. It's been called the deadliest attack on Israel in years. Tel Aviv wasted little time. For starters, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had a very clear message for his country.
אנחנו במלחמה.
We are at war. And by now, you know what that means. Tel Aviv swung into action. It mobilized its fighter jets, conducted airstrikes in Gaza, and also reportedly intercepted some rockets that were coming its way at home. Sounds dramatic, right? But here's the thing about war. You wouldn't want to be caught napping when the enemy strikes. Instead, you would like to have the best possible weapon ready to strike back. Meet Israel's Iron Dome, an advanced all-weather air defense system that has served as the bedrock for Israel's defense. Its job? To intercept and destroy short-range rockets fired by the enemy mid-air. How many of these does Israel have? 10 Iron Dome batteries, with each battery consisting of 3 to 4 launchers, 20 missiles and a radar. And it's costly too. Each battery costs around $50 million. Reports say each interception costs upwards of $100,000. The Iron Dome may seem like compact, innocuous box-like systems, but they do pack a punch. The Iron Dome has been a part of Israel's arsenal for more than a decade. It was put in service in 2011. But what prompted for the Iron Dome to come into existence? Lebanon-based terror group Hezbollah targeting Israel. In 2006, nearly 44 Israelis died in rocket attacks, and millions were forced to be inside bomb shelters. Since 2011, the goal of the Iron Dome is clear: destroy rockets fired from Gaza. It's designed to intercept and destroy rockets fired from a distance of 4 to 70 kilometers. The Iron Dome system is mobile too, so they can be moved easily to wherever needed. It has 3 components. The first, a radar. It detects an incoming rocket. Then it relays information about the rocket to the battery's control center. Then the control center calculates if the rocket will hit populated areas. If not, the enemy's rocket is allowed to land as is. If yes, a missile is fired from the launcher. And what happens next? The sky looks something like this. But how successful is this system? Israeli military officials say the Iron Dome's accuracy is as high as 96%. So in theory, it's supposed to secure Israelis on ground by taking down these rockets mid-air. But here's the flip side. No weapon comes with a 100% guarantee. Case in point, what happened today. Despite Israel's shield swinging into action, the scale of the damage was there for everyone to see. Back to the Iron Dome. For Israel, this is like a shield. For Israelis, it's something that they're used to seeing around them. Why? It's because of how often it's been used. Israel has mostly deployed the Iron Dome to tackle attacks from Gaza. Since 2011, it claims to have intercepted 2,400 rockets just using the Iron Dome. So anytime rockets from Gaza are fired, the Israelis know what's coming next.
We are pretty much used to it. This is the way we live here for more than a decade. Each time there is tension, we are already in the mode that we expect to get things changing here. That means we are not going to sleep normally at night. Probably we are going to have a lot of rockets coming in. It's a good thing to have the Iron Dome that protects us from all these terrorist intentions to disrupt our lives.
The Iron Dome seems to be Mr. Dependable for Israel, and Netanyahu would hope that remains the case going forward. Given the current escalation, Tel Aviv would want its shield to be at its best.